I'm checking.
You can be checker. Checker.
There we are.
We're live.
Mhm.
I don't have a screen yet. There we go. Okay, super. Welcome, everybody. This meeting is being live streamed. Got it. Thanks, Zoom. All right. Welcome. Thanks for joining us today here at Lisa Zimmer, Essential Oils Business Facebook group. You can follow along here. If you don't have time to watch today, you can watch the replay. They're always reposted. And these are always loaded to YouTube. So if you want to sit and have a YouTube binging on Lisa Zimmer videos, feel free to go to my YouTube channel, Lisa Zimmer. Every other video is a business video, and every other video from that is a product education video. Feel free to share any of them with your leaders, with your customers, etc. All right. So today, I want to introduce myself because we have a lot of new people coming in. Apparently, a lot of you were talking about me at convention. So yay, thank you. And we want to welcome all of you. This is a free place to join us, to make friends, to learn about how to build your business better, simply, more duplicatably, save you money, improve your profitability in your business, improve your customers' experience so you can build a long-standing business. And we tell you how to do that. I personally have been in business for myself for the last 22 years. How is that possible? I don't like doing that math, right? So I've been running my own businesses for at least 22 years, multiple different businesses, very successfully. And I brought that over into doTERRA. And one of my strengths is systems and processes, analyzing customers, analyzing business processes, and teaching you how to merge the two and communicate well with people so that they do what you want them to do when you want them to do it, and that it's best for all parties involved. It's the only way to build a good business. If you are the only one coming out ahead in a situation or a transaction, you're not going to be a long-term business owner, right? Your customers have to win as well as everyone else. So I brought Laura LeBeau on today. She is a gold leader with doTERRA. I'm a doTERRA Blue Diamond, and we met through Biz Tips and WWZDs, my training courses, and get to be buds. So she gets it. She gets the Zimmer way. And I think when you found me, and was it April of 2020? No.
I started WWZD 6 1 year ago in October, or 2 years ago this October, tomorrow.
So you were in the you were a year, we started in October 2018. So you started October 2019.
Yep.
But I never saw you or heard you until April of 2020. Yep. And you implemented us and what
Yep.
we teach, and you went from Premier to Gold in a month.
Yes. Yep.
So she is here to tell you how she ran her vendor event and give them the background. This is so important to follow because let's just start out with the really good nugget. She got 25%, or is almost to 25% enrollment of everyone that attended this vendor event, right? She currently is at 15%. I think when you add the other two, it'll be 25%. We're struggling with math today. Of everyone that attended this event, she will, by the time she's done here, have enrolled 25% of them. So who's hearing that and excited, and by the time she's done here, have enrolled 25%? Wants those same results, right? All right, so take it away, girlfriend.
I first want to just start out by saying that I actually don't like vendor events, or I was telling myself that I don't like vendor events.
I'm going to stop you there because that's how she starts, right? This was a WWZD. She's like, all right, I got to do a vendor event. I hate doing vendor events. I don't even know what to do. Tell me where to begin. And we crowdsourced in WWZD and came up with the plan specific for that. And you were like, okay, I can do this. So Now I'm gonna
Yeah.
shut up. No.
Yeah. So I'm not like,
No.
so I'm not like the person who's like first in line to sign up for a vendor event. But a friend of mine who is a customer of mine, she's a Norwex consultant, and she asked me to have a table at her open house. And I of course said yes. I mean, just because she's my friend, but also, if I'm being honest, the last 6 months in my business have been extremely difficult. And I know that from talking with others that I am not alone in that. It's been hard. And so I was like, okay, maybe this will be my like my pedal, or the pedal to the metal again. Because fun fact, since I found you in October of 2019, I had at least one enrollment every single month for 2 years until August of this last year. Broke my streak. I know.
August was a very bad month for me too.
Yeah, like, wow.
You know what? It always is though, because it's back to school, and then the pandemic stuff went off the charts. And
Yeah, it was brutal, but I was like, you know what, I need to get in front of people again. And so she did most of the inviting. She sent out an invite, a postcard invite, and then she just followed up with people via text. Several of the people that showed up are actually current customers of mine. And so I was able to.
So that means your close rate was even higher.
Yes.
How many of the 19 were prospects?
Just 3, I think.
Prospects.
I see.
Yeah.
There were three current customers there, I think.
So 16 were prospects. So your closing rate is even higher than 20%, 25%.
Yeah. So she did most of it. I've been in a not so great place personally, and she's like, I'm going to take care of it. All you have to do is show up with your stuff. So a couple months ago, I was actually supposed to do a vendor event that was canceled because of a thunderstorm. And so I had already had your vendor package. I went through it thoroughly and made sure that I set up my table a million times, and I took pictures of it. So I knew exactly what I wanted to do. I did bring most of the new products, just because I say most because it's a Norwex open house and I didn't want to be disrespectful to my friend and bring cleaning products. Mm-hmm. And so I brought the deep blue stick, of course, and the new oils. We had a bow diffusing all over the house. She has several diffusers. So how she set it up, they came in and they took basically a guide and a trifold, and she had them going all over the house and checking on ingredients and using this, and don't forget to check out the doTERRA table to reduce your toxic load, stuff like that.
It was just the two of you.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And she basically turned her house into a Norwex / here's how we use Norwex throughout the house, and here's Laura.
Yep.
Love this.
Yeah. And it was really set up. It was very well done. She did an incredible job. But they took a trifold, and at first I was doing aroma touch hand massages, but then it got really busy, and I was noticing that people were coming into the room while I was giving a massage, and then they would leave before I had the chance to talk to them. And so I wanted to be really just manage my time a little bit better. So I got rid of the hand massages, and I was basically just talking to people like a 60-second enrollment. They would come up, hi, how are you? Have you heard about essential oils? What's your name, obviously? And it was really helpful to have a mutual contact. They all knew Jen, mm-hmm. and they trusted me because they trust Jen. So I really kind of loved that feature, because mm-hmm. it gave me more credibility, I think.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I 60-second enrolled 3 people on the spot. I had your goodie bag set up. I had the aroma essentials kit set up, so that they could just smell the oils mm-hmm. from the aroma essentials kit. And then I had a couple make and takes. So I did the balm from the essentials, and then I did cheer up or cheerful from the Aroma Essentials Make and Take. I did one for immunity and one for stress.
How did you utilize that? How did you utilize it to get what result you wanted?
Yeah, so I didn't even really tell people it was an option until I knew that they weren't going to sign up right then and there. So I did sell, I think I sold 3 or 4 rollers, and I got their contact information. 2 out of the 4 I'm in close contact with right now. I know that I can get them there probably next month for enrollment. And then I just tried to connect with people and talk to them about how they can be using the new abode, especially just in conjunction with the Norwex stuff. Like, okay, this oil can help clean your air and reduce your toxic load. How many of you use candles? Stuff like that. And just getting to know people, gathering some information. And I don't know, I felt very successful at the end of the day. It felt like a good win after a hard 6 months.
A more than 25% close rate on a vendor event is a win.
Yeah.
Right. So I love this platform. So I wanted to give people this idea. You can do these yourself, like set up your own home, right? And partner with someone from Norwex. If the Norwex person is more powerful, influential, and better at organizing than you, share with them how Laura's went with her person, right? And do it, either let them run it and you're a side feature, or you run it and they can be a side feature, or, you know, where you've got your doTERRA everywhere and they can bring in products that don't compete with you, right? This can be run either way. They can come in your home and still be the feature and you be the side. You figure out, you're going to know this person and how influential they are, right? This was her idea and her show. So you are blessed to have gotten to come along with the ride and be respectful of what she does, not step on her toes. I like that you introduced the abode so they know to look for something next month. And maybe they're going to prefer the other products. Maybe they're still going to use their Norwex, right?
Yeah, and we honestly just afterwards, we were like, wow, that went so well. We live 40 minutes apart. So I said, why don't we do this again in November at my house? And I'll be kind of like the main event, and she'll have a table in my house somewhere. And so by November, the holiday products will be available. And so just be able to like showcase some holiday make and takes and stuff like that.
Be great to find your Norwex partner and do these once a quarter or 3 times a year. And based on, they have new product launch timelines. We have new product launch timelines or calendar timelines, and get these on the calendar. Be a great idea. And then alternate. If you did it quarterly, one quarter could be Laura's featured, then the next one her, then back and forth, and you two be the headlining events. I want you to talk about how you use the Zimmer vendor process, because I've got someone that messaged me and was like, I have a few questions. I'm doing my first vendor event October 23rd. I purchased the package for vendor events. What's the best make and take to do? How much should you charge? Also, if I made room sprays, any other advice? And I was like, oh, sweet. Join us Thursday, because we're going to answer that. So this is for Suzanne. So she's doing it for a rescue farm on October 23rd. So let's think about that, rescue farm. So that's animal related. So like pet protocol, just to let them know that pets available. So you put that out. So like Laura did not spend a lot of time on the make and take portion, right? She picked one recipe from each make and take. You have to be efficient. You have a very small amount of time to capture these people's attention, right? They have to physically see, oh, this is what you do with this oil. It shoots out of the diffuser and it cleans the air. You put it in these roller bottles and you put it on and it does this thing, all right? You can't just have products sitting everywhere and start vomiting about products. She has got the Zimmer system down to a T. We are efficient. We are clear, concise communicators. 3 enrollments on this spot, okay? So trifold, intro to doTERRA trifold is always the answer, right? The intro to doTERRA trifold is always the answer for the main tool. Things that come in the vendor package, the drawing slip, the try me, smell me, get me free displays, key elements. You need them, right? So you need the vendor package, the Zimmer trifold. The 60-second enrollment is free. It's your mouth. I've got free videos on YouTube. I've got script in the files tab of all these building groups. You can Google 60-second enrollment. I don't even think you have to put my name with it now and it comes up. 60-second enrollment is famous. Type it in Google, I pop up. You don't have to get crazy, right? So she picked one recipe from the Essentials Make and Take called the Bomb for immunity. And she picked one recipe. I don't even remember the names of the recipes on the Aroma Essentials, but
I think it was cheerful. I have them right here.
They're my favorite recipes, hands.
They really are.
Of any make and take we've had. So you want the Aroma Essentials Make and Take and the Essentials Make and Take. And what do you charge? I always charged $5.
Yep.
Right? And if you made room sprays, so think about your audience and stick to the make and take for your theme, right? I would suggest immunity. And then for the rescue farm, like, I don't know what kind of rescue farm, you could do the pet and they could make a spray for their pet, right? It doesn't have to be complicated, but you have to know your audience. Laura knew her audience. Reducing toxic load is the theme of the Aroma Essentials Make and Take. And immunity is one on the essentials that everyone should be doing, period.
And I think it's important to note, like the first one that I was going to do was going to be a big event outdoors, and I had like a back to school theme because it was supposed to be in August, beginning of August, and I wasn't planning on doing any make and takes just because it was my first major vendor event. B, I get very, very overwhelmed very easily, and so I knew I could focus on, and it was not helping people make and take.
Mm-hmm.
It was getting people enrolled. But unfortunately, obviously, I didn't get to do that. But you have to know yourself. You have to know your audience. You have to know generally how big the event is going to be. If possible, asking somebody on your team or your downline to come and help you, maybe man the make and take station so that you can be focused on enrolling rather than selling $5 rollers.
Mm-hmm. And you don't even have to do make and take. So like
Right.
when we do our annual big event, that's not even an option. It's not a thing, but we display our make and takes. I always had essentials. Now I would do Aroma Essentials and the essentials, but we always had the essentials on display. And then we lined up a 5 milliliter with no lid so that they couldn't be stolen on a display, and helped them have that oils experience of the rollers from the make and take, right? You always have to have a theme. You can't just, try this spray. And then when they say, I want that spray, if that spray doesn't have anything to do with the make and take theme, this is why I create these people, right? There's a process, but it has nothing to do with anything. And it has, I don't know, 2 random oils in it that aren't in the kit. You have failed. I have failed you, or you have not listened to me, because we are creating recipes in my make and takes for you to use, not just for making and taking, so that when they smell it, try it, have the oils experience, or make it and take it, the answer is when they love it, it drives them back to a kit. All right, because that's what's best for them. Everybody's like, I'm just going to do this, and I have some extra oils of this, and I'm like, you're going to fail. I'm sorry, but you're going to fail, right? There's a system and a process, and this is what I teach you people. Follow the system and the process. I'm thinking that I'm going to do some, we cover this in WWZD every time at some point, right? Because somebody's always got an event coming up. I think I'm going to do maybe like a Zoom like this, educational, like anybody interested in an vendor event, we got to talk.
Yeah.
and do a Zoom like this, because we have so many different types of vendor events and people cannot distinguish what to offer and when.
Yeah.
And that's where my skills excel, because we had 2 different people on that last WWCD with 2 different types of vendor events. And so they were going to be run completely different.
Yeah.
And so that's where y'all have to please get in WWCD, especially 19, because we covered these in detail for multiple types of events, right? And you have to have a process. And I loved your table that you had taken a picture of for the back to school one, because it was so simple. Did you take a picture of this table by chance?
I did.
Oh, good. Will you send that to me?
Yeah.
Okay. Don't be unbelievably, amazingly gorgeous with 50 million products.
No.
Period.
Well, and that's what I love about your vendor package, is that it's meant to look clean and people know exactly where to go. They're like, oh, try me. Okay. Oh, I want to win that. How do I win? Okay. It's very like pleasing to the eye. And for somebody who has a sensory disorder, like going to vendor events and seeing tables, whether it's doTERRA or not, that are just, I mean, it looks like the product has just thrown up all over it. It doesn't, no. And
stop.
Right. It's just like, whoa, that's far too much. And so I just don't find it to be, some people will sample different oils for people. And I'm like, why are we doing that? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Anyway, that's a whole other rabbit trail, but to make it simple and clean and pleasing to the eye is really important, not only for the customer, but for you, because when there's 5 people standing at your table and you're trying to figure out, okay, what do I do next? Somebody's looking at this, the other person's looking at that, they want a sample of this. It's not going to work out for you and you're going to walk away disappointed.
It's going to be chaos with no results. Right?
Yeah.
It's not how many people you can talk to and get a trifold in their hand and then sample out the door. It's how many people you can relate to and use that time wisely to do it. Hold on, I gotta type something in real quick. Sorry.
That's okay. I'll kind of jump in here for a second and just
say
that two of the 3 enrollments that I got were the Aroma Essentials kit, which is what I had displayed and what the make and take that I had there. And then the third one, it was basically like, do you want small bottle kit or big bottle kit? And she was like, well, I'm not really looking, I'm looking for a little bit something different. She wanted just like deep blue and deep blue polyphenol. And I said, well, let's get you started with the simple solutions with the deep blue add-on, the polyphenol add-on, just so that you can get the deep blue, you can get the free wholesale account. And it was just very like, okay, yep. That's the one I want. And I'm like, okay, here we go. And so I was pleasantly surprised. I mean, I've done it before and I know I can do it, but like just the 60-second enrollment can really be truly that easy. Like, do you want this or this? Oh, I want that. Great. Here you go. Fill out the purple parts.
Right. And that's my customer enrollment form, fill out the purple parts, right? Okay. So I also then took doTERRA's, I just take everything doTERRA does and just tweak a little bit because I don't want to say which parts to fill out, this line, this line, this line, this line. I want to just say, fill out the purple parts so that I can go on to the next person and get them going because they're going to be busy for a while, right? Got the informational slips that we want to take home so you can engage conversation and help them with LRP later. So the moral of the story, I want to keep this short today so that people watch it. The moral of the story is, doesn't matter the size of your vendor event. What matters is, do you know your audience that's coming? There are people interested in natural health stuff already, or they wouldn't be coming to Norwex. That's amazing. It's going to be different than a room full of strangers coming to a giant women's lifestyle show, right? So you got to know your audience, know how many people in a general sense are going to be coming through, how many you can handle. If you're by yourself, don't try to do make and takes, folks. Have the things out ready to go for them so they can smell them, try them, tell them what they're all about, and keep it simple, right? And then use the Zimmer vendor package, intro, trifold, and 2 make and takes. Make sure one is always the essentials or healthy habits, either one. and one other that fits. And Aroma Essentials is hands down one that people are loving because the smells are so incredible. And keep it simple, right? If it's a pet event, right, do pet and essentials, right? To talk about the person and the pet. If it's kids, do essentials and kids connection. And then we have the new kids trifold coming out. You can use that, right, at a kids event. So tomorrow we're launching both of these. So you're going to want these because these are both going to be great for vendor events and everything else, right? Sending to customers. We'll talk about that another
And I did have different trifolds available in my binder. Like if somebody were to come up to me and say, I'm looking for, you know, do you have like protein powder? Then I can give them the, nutrition. Like I can give them the specific nutrition trifold, but I'm not going to have them all displayed on the table because people will be like, yeah, I'm good.
Yep. So nutrition, LLV, adaptive, healthy metabolism. Get your trifold collections built for this. You don't know what people are going to ask you and when, so that you're ready to go. Or you're going to get the person that says, that's not really in my budget. And you know, we do our 60-second enrollment and uncover that their budget's $50 to $70, then awesome. You pull that handout that's only $10 on my website, the 3 essentials intro, you pull that out of your back pocket and you say, perfect, let's get you started then with the top 3 oils. It's only $55. You get this amazing goodie bag. And are you more comfortable with that? Yeah, let's go done. Okay. And keep it simple. I know you know how to do that, but you were able to get everybody else with the larger kits. So awesome. Thanks for your time today.
Thanks for inviting me.
You rock. I want the final numbers. So there were 16 prospects. So I want final numbers when we're done so that we can brag about 35% close rate at a small vendor.
Okay.
Thank you, the poster child. Thank you, darling. Appreciate you. Hey, I'm going to send you that abode trifold. I sent that to you already, right? But I want to, I found another picture I like better.
Oh, okay.
So I edited that last night. Plus I had to edit it because doTERRA came out with the 4-pack cleaner concentrate.
Right. Which is amazing.
I'll send that to you. So thanks for helping us out today.
Yeah.
Everybody give her a round of applause because that rocked. Thank you, darling.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Bye.
Bye.